Okay, so I'm going to talk about a Sunday morning in the year 2019. It's pretty simple, actually. I wake up. I haven't talked to my family in a while because they're on the other side of the country. 10 years ago, back in 2009, we used to talk over Skype or maybe over video iChat. We do the video chat thing, right, where we all kind of stared into our laptops, and it was very kind of synchronous and tethered. And for as much fun as video chat was, it was also kind of exhausting because you had to be on and staring into this camera for 30 minutes for an hour. So video chat in 2019 or video visits are actually a lot better because I've got one wall of my apartment painted with really cheap, pretty low-res OLEDs, but it essentially acts as a giant screen. So I just turn that on. My parents do the same thing, and suddenly we're sort of standing in the same room. And it's not like we just stand there and talk at each other. We hang out. My dad's making breakfast in the kitchen. I'm sitting reading my morning paper on some sort of cool, e-paper reader. But we just hang out. We spend a couple hours together. And then when it's time for me to head out and run some errands, I say goodbye. And suddenly we're not in the same room anymore. But we use video not as a super intense, connected communication channel, but just as a way to sort of simulate being in the same place for a while, which is of course what we actually want.
Sort of as a background presence, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It becomes less, in some ways, as video becomes more, as it sort of fades into the background, becomes part of everything, it becomes a little less special, and it's not about, okay, I'm sitting down for my video chat. It's just something that you can sort of turn on, almost like a light. You fade up the lights, and you also fade up your parents' living room, and then you fade down your parents' living room. I think that becomes really interesting. It's not so prized, to turn on a video link or to press a play button on a video is no longer a special event. It's actually just as natural as seeing a printed sign somewhere, whether that's in a magazine or a newspaper or on the side of a building. We don't sort of stop and gawk when we see a big neon sign for a diner or a billboard. And the truth is, we won't do that for video. Out in the physical world either. It'll be just as natural as seeing words on a page or on a billboard.